It was like in grade 2 when I decided that I could draw a horse, and then I just drew horses on everything. And I think I did that until high school. But it was all this like photorealism graphite stuff that I feel like everyone does. And you just have to grow out of it. So I look back on all that stuff and cringe. But I think like a lot of artists, I got hooked when I realized I could draw an accurate representation of something. And then I think it was like second year university that I realized that art could be about more than just making a convincing representation of a thing that already exists. I think for me, a lot of it is literature. A lot of it is poetry too, and the ambiguity in poetry. So reading something, figuring out what draws me to it, picking it out and analyzing the text to find it, and then trying to convey just that part of the text in an illustrative, visual way. Yeah, that ambiguity is really great. I think working with poetry is a really good place to start for me because there's so much space for interpretation that there's no real wrong answer. I think the pandemic was ironically the first time that I collaborated with people in a successful way. I made these mail art projects that were collage kits. It was an excuse to talk to a bunch of artists that I had artist crushes on because I got to ask them to be a part of my work. So I sent these collage kits out and I've been getting the results. They've kind of been trickling back because I started it back in March, I think. And they've been slowly coming back. And the results are amazing. Like people use the images in ways that I would have never used them myself. I had someone who's a paper maker do one, and she incorporated her paper making into her finished collage, and then she also sent me paper, which was so sweet. It would be stop doing everything so safely. Like you can make mistakes, and that's fine. I think I had this huge perfectionist bent that I still have. But I think it's a hard thing to navigate, especially when you're thinking about grades and what you want to do after school. Like there's that fear that you need to play it safe. But I don't think I experimented as much as I could have. Like stop second guessing yourself all the time. You can apply to things and not getting them doesn't mean you have to cry for a week. It means that you just didn't get a thing. Like it's not the end of the world, even though you think it is. So maybe like, I don't know. It's hard advice to give because be more confident. I think there are classes that I just didn't take because I was afraid that I didn't have the skills for them. Like I wanted to take a class that Lois was offering with her sculpture course. And then I was like, I don't know how to weld. I can't do that because I'm going to make shitty things. But I think, yeah, my advice is like make all the shitty things. Is that good?